Hey, good morning. I wanted to share a few things that I've been meditating on this week. One verse in particular. Now, I've had most of Romans highlighted for years and years and years because of some things God showed me a long time ago. But this one particular verse kept on coming up. In Romans 5, in verse 7, it says, "For scarcely for a righteous man will one die, yet peradventure for a good man some would even dare to die. But God commended his love toward us, that in that, while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." And that verse kept coming to mind because I read it recently. And I guess the last time I really spent a lot of time on this, I didn't have any kids yet. And now that I have a son and I was rereading this verse, I was like, yeah, because this says that, sometimes for a good man you might, sacrifice yourself or whatever. But I'm fairly convinced I will never meet the person that I think is important enough for me to kill my son in their place, right? So it's been coming back up into in my mind for days because I just keep thinking about that's literally what God did, right? Like, and as a human, I don't know that I could never do that. I love my son, but that's what he did. And so when you think about the magnitude of the love of God, and the more that I thought about that, I started to realize that like every problem that we have as humans and everything that we want and need comes from that, right? Like if you need acceptance, if you love someone, you accept them no matter what. Faults, flaws, everything, you just love them, you accept them. If they do something wrong, you forgive them. If they need something, then you want to help them and you give them provision and you try and support them in everything that they're trying to do, and you're their cheerleader and you're there for them. And all of these things that people are usually looking for from other people, I started realizing they're all found in love. And God is love. He is true love. And so that just kind of brought back that I believe literally everything that people need, everything that you're struggling with, every issue that you might have, everything that you think that you're just lacking, that void in your life, whatever area it is for you, because everyone has different things. I honestly, all of it can be found in the love of God. And he loved us so much that even when, we are at our absolute worst, he still sent his son to die, And I just think that just the more that you meditate on that and the more that becomes such a truth in your life, then the more the love of God can start to change those areas and to give you the things that you need. And you no longer seek acceptance from people because you're being accepted by the God who loved you so much. He would do that for you, and it's really powerful if you think about it. And that's just something that's just been coming back to mind over and over and over. And like every time we're in praise and worship, almost like every song that we sing, and what Pastor Kelly was preaching on this week, and several times in my morning devotionals and different things, this same theme was coming up. And so I just wanted to share it because if I'm needing to hear it from all of these different sources this week, maybe you are too, that God loved you so much, that he literally sent his son to die in your place so that you could have a fantastic relationship with him, so that he could have that one-on-one, so that he could pour into your life, he could lead you, and he could help you fulfill the destiny, the thing that you were created to do, that will just fulfill you inside and help you to have success and prosperity and happiness and fulfillment and all of those things here on earth. And so I just want to encourage you. I know last week, I had said to start spending some time with God. Just give him just a few minutes a day just to create that one-on-one connection and let him start speaking into your life. Just continue to do that. Continue to draw close. It's always the friends that you spend the most time around that you know the best, right? Even if you seemed closer to this friend than you were to this friend, if you go through a season where you're really not talking that much, but you guys are seeing each other on a daily basis for whatever reason, you become closer to people the more time you spend with them, and then you know their character. If somebody says, "Oh man, she did so-and-so," you're like, "What? That doesn't sound like her." You know them well enough to judge situations and character traits and things like that. So I just want to encourage you guys to continue to just give God time. I know everybody just so busy in our lives, are just rushed all the time. We're just constantly being rushed for no reason. Like, this whole quarantine thing has got me like, why were we ever that busy? Like, life just doesn't make sense anymore. But give God a few minutes every day and just let him start pouring into you and showing you why you're here and who you are, and let him provide the acceptance and forgiveness and provision and all of these things that we're lacking. And then the more that I meditate on it, the more I just feel so just at peace, knowing that God will always be there and he will always love me no matter what. And so I just want to encourage you guys with that today. If y'all have anything that you need prayer for, or anything that you need more information about or anything like that, just message me, or let me know in the comments if there's something that you're struggling with, or have any questions that you want me to talk about or whatever like that. I'm praying for you guys. Have a great week.